The Yorkshire Dama Cheese Company all started back in 2012 when Razan Al-Sous and her family uprooted from their home country in Syria due to the danger from the war. Razan discovered a gap in the market as no halloumi in the UK was made from fresh milk. This inspired Razan to make halloumi cheese from British milk and to merge together her previous culture in Syria to her new home in the UK. This is how a woman went from leaving everything to having anything. This is Razan's success story.
The scene shows the founder of Yorkhire Dama Cheese, Razan Al-Sous, cooking for all her friends and family. This scene shows the core value of Razan's love for cooking, to feed people and make them happy. The shot sets the scene of where the products originate from, by showing the friends and family sitting around the table eating and being happy.
Scene 2. The second scene begins by showing the car bomb explosion that nearly killed her husband outside his work. This is a vital part of the story behind the creation of Yorkshire Dama Cheese, as this incident made their decision to leave everything and go to the UK. The shot will show Razan's husband walking towards the car and it exploding.
This scene shows Razan and her husband packing up and aiming to leave Syria for good. The shot will show Razan and her husband packing clothes into suitcases in a bedroom and looking scared.
Scene 4. This scene shows the family arriving in Yorkshire to their new British home. This is where the idea for Yorkshire Dama Cheese all began. The shot starts by the family exiting the car with their suitcases and showing them looking down the street to their new home. This scene shows the extreme difference in lifestyle and culture from what the family were used to in Syria to now the UK.
Scene 5. This scene will clearly show the struggles that Razan is facing, such as no money and not being able to get a job. The shot will show Razan sitting at her dining room table, receiving emails stating she was an unsuccessful candidate for all the pharmaceutical jobs she applied for.
Scene 6. This scene will show Razan realising the gap in the market, which was no halloumi being made from fresh milk but only powdered in the UK. The shot will show Razan walking down the dairy aisle of a local supermarket and then jump to her being in her kitchen, tasting the current sold halloumi and looking disappointed.
Scene 7. This scene will show the happy memories Razan has of eating good halloumi with her family back in Syria. The shot will start by continuing from the previous shot, then by seeing Razan having flashbacks to her home in Syria, being surrounded by her family and friends, remembering how good the halloumi was there.
Scene 8. This scene shows how Razan started creating the Syrian-style halloumi by using fresh Yorkshire cow's milk. The shot shall be Razan looking excited and determined to create a yummy tasting cheese. Razan can be seen in her kitchen with 3 bottles of Yorkshire milk in the background, and she herself is currently over the stove warming the milk.
Scene 9. This scene shows Razan investing into her business by spending all the money they could on an ice cream maker. This was a huge risk to spend all their savings on a machine that may have not worked. Her husband, being an engineer, was able to make the machine go from cold to hot. The shot will show Razan's husband working on an ice cream maker and remaking it with the family surrounding him and then all clapping as he got it successfully working.
Scene 10. This scene will then jump to show the extreme success Razan has had by now having her own factory and proper machines to make their successful halloumi cheese. The shot will show Razan in her current factory and walking past the machines that now turn the milk and keep it warm.
Scene 11. This scene shows the vast amount of produce the machines are making on a daily basis, and the scale Razan's business has grown into. The shot shall show the packaged and ready-to-be sold halloumi for the supermarkets coming out the factory and being boxed.
Scene 12. This scene shall show how community and communicating with people is important to not only the brand but Razan herself. The shot will show Razan with her Yorkshire Dama Cheese stand selling all different types of halloumi cheese at the local farmers market.
Scene 13. The shot will zoom in on Razan talking to customers and explaining her company, such as where it originates from. In the shot you'll be able to hear Razan explaining all her products and that they are made from fresh Yorkshire milk, but Dama on the company logo being where halloumi was created, in Damascus, Syria.
Scene 14. This scene will highlight all the awards Yorkshire Dama Cheese have won as a company, including the visit from the Princess Royal. The shot shall be a moving clip panning through all of the 5 top awards they have won.
Scene 15. This scene will show the families and people who have brought the product eating and enjoying it. It's also vital within the scene that the squeak of the cheese is heard. The shot will show a British family sitting at a dining room table, eating the different flavours of the Yorkshire Dama cheese and biting it, chewing it with smiles on their faces and only hearing the squeak.
Scene 16. This scene overall sums up Rosanne's success story by showing where she is now compared to where she was at the beginning of the video. The shot will show an image of a packaged products zooming out to see Rosanne holding it and all her employees and customers around her smiling.
Scene 17. The shot will show just the logo and a voiceover where the product can be purchased and ends on a squeaky noise.